trying a video today. It is October the 29th. We've already been talking a little bit about absolute value. And what I've already explained was that absolute value deals with distance. And distance is always positive. Even if you're driving a car backwards, you're still putting miles on the car. You're still going a distance. So, all it's saying in this definition is there's absolute value, and it means the distance between a number and 0 on a number line. How far away is something from 0? Okay. So if I kind of go down to this. So, like that 5, when they have the little brackets right there around a 5, those little bars. Those bars literally mean what is the absolute value of 5? Well, the absolute value is 5. It's kind of silly, like it just stays 5. Because how far is it from 5? 5 little jumps, okay? Or from 0, 5 little jumps. Okay, how far is 0 from 0? 0 is kind of silly. Okay, -3. What is the absolute value of -3? 3. So all we're doing is, if it's negative, change it to a positive. If it's positive, keep it positive, but it's only when, hint, hint, stuff is inside these bars. Okay, now the reason I'm saying that is, it can get a little more tricky. So give me a second, I'll explain, okay? Everybody good so far?
I was about to say, like, what do you mean with inside of the box?
Okay, we can have math in the brackets, and in a minute I'll show you there'll be some stuff outside of it. So you've got to start reading kind of what's inside, then read what's outside. Okay? So I'm going to show you. I just want to show you the answers. Okay, so here we go. So like on this example, first off, when it says evaluate each expression, that means figure out an answer to it. Okay? When you see this, it is literally asking you, what is the absolute value of -7? 7. Done. It is 7. You put a 7. I'm going to put a box so y'all might know it's real. Okay. So it is just 7. Number 2 is asking you, what is the absolute value of 5? 5. Done. That one's easy. Okay. Now we're seeing one that's more like a math problem. And I'm going to kind of show you how I kind of pick it apart or whatever. Okay. Start out by looking at each set of just the bracket numbers. So like in these brackets, there's a -9. Well, the absolute value of -9 is 9. So I write that right there. Then, I'm going to go to the other part of the bracket. There's an absolute value of 3. 3. Now, I'm looking between them. In between them, there's a add symbol. So what is 9 plus 3? 12. You are done with that one. Eventually, there might be minus symbols. There might be negative symbols. So I'm going to try to show you some different stuff. Yeah, it's easy. Like, this is super easy. You what? Yeah. And you got to think, this can eventually be in your order of operations. Right now, it doesn't, it's kind of easy. But imagine adding multiply, divide, fractions, parentheses, exponents, and all that. Mr. DeMoss, look at me. Look up here. Here we go. Looking at number 4. It's saying, what is the absolute value of 14? 14. Okay, this is one that I call pick it apart. The absolute value of 5 is 5. Okay, the absolute value of -6, 6. And then always look what's between it, because it could be anything. So it is 11. Well, in a minute, I'm going to show you the tricky ones. Okay, look at 6. Okay, the absolute value of -8. 8. -2. 2. But this time bring down a minus sign. 6. Okay, now, here is where the tricky ones come in. And they're in the homework, they're just not on this note sheet. Okay, here's the first one. And you might want to write this just so you have some ideas. Okay, let's say you have this, but on the outside there's a minus symbol, a negative symbol. Okay, so what I need you to do is look at it first as, what is the absolute value of 5? 5. But if there is that symbol on the outside, it changes it back to negative 5. If that symbol is on the outside, you got to look for it.
Well, what do you put? Where?
Because look, I'm making these up, so kind of look. So you got a 5, like that's the math problem right there. So I look at it, the absolute value of 5 is 5. But since that symbol's on the outside, you got to do it afterwards.
What if there's a plus sign?
I'm getting there. Wait a minute. Listen. Okay, if there's a plus sign, there shouldn't be, unless it's a plus something, okay? Because you don't really see positive signs. Okay, but let me show you another one. Okay, what if you see this? Okay, so I'm kind of darkening these absolute values, trying to get your brain wrapped around it. Okay, so doing each step. Playing is not helping. Okay, like really, it's not. If you need to move up here. That's all I'm going to say. So what I do is I kind of pick this thing apart. The absolute value of 7 is 7. The absolute value of negative 5 is 5. Okay, now I'm going to look around. There is a minus sign. So what is 7 minus 5? 2. Now, this is the odd part. This minus sign should be there, and we haven't finished these kinds of problems. Meaning, it's officially negative 12. So this one is one that I shouldn't have done correctly yet. Meaning, because when you have, like if you owe someone $7 and then you owe them $5 more, you're now owing them how much money? 12. I just mismade that one. So let me show you another one. Let me see if I can get one that actually works. That's the hard part about this, since we have not learned adding and subtracting fractions. I mean, negative numbers. Blech. Okay, here we go. So go with this one. This one will be better. Okay. Okay. So, do what's in the brackets first. What is 8 minus 6? 2. I look out here, and there's a negative symbol. So it is negative 2. Okay. Let me show you one last one, and then I'll take your questions. That didn't work either. That one didn't work either. Well, we'll just... It's one with a negative on the outside, so we'll see in a minute if we see one on homework. London Kate, yes. For this one? Yes. If it's 2 negatives, we're going to have to add it. But that's not anytime soon. Don't worry about this yet. Kind of ignore that I did that one. Okay, yes.
Like that one right there, 8 minus 6, when it has like a subtracting sign outside of it, you just take the answer and you put negative?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Isn't the 5 also
But when you had the minus sign, it turns it back to a negative. Think about it this way. That whole question is this. If you owe someone $7 and then you owe them another $5, How much money do you now owe them?
12.
12. Do you see how 2 negatives make more negatives? Okay. We're not there yet. Don't worry. That was just a glitch of me trying to make one standing up here, and it doesn't always work out great. Here is the thing. Let me see. 1 second. You can do this homework on either the back of this page or I guess I got it all. We're good. Okay, you can do this homework. This is the assignment. Now, it is in the red textbook, the one that you've had all year. Okay, it is page 421, 7 through 9, and 22 through 34. You can either do it on notebook paper, or you can do it on the back of these notes. Here we go. This is the actual page in the book. If you would like to use this, this is actually page 421, 7 through 9, 22 through 34. Okay, on 30, you use this chart and you read it. It says, is the absolute value of neon greater or less than the absolute value of hydrogen? So if you were to change these two to absolute values, is it greater than or less than? That's all it's asking, greater than or less than. Okay, another thing, I'm just going to put a reminder out there while I'm videoing. I have today sent home a progress report to get signed by every kid that was here today. It is part of your homework assignment. It is a grade, progress report signed. I love you guys, but I don't care if you have an A or an F, because I don't want to pick on anybody. But what I mean by that is I'm not just going to pick bad grades. I'm going to pick everybody. Okay? I need the progress report signed. You've got all your graded work, everything you've got in your binder and all that. And I'm trying to think of what else I can say. Okay, another reminder is November 4th is when pictures are due. Pictures, your kids receive their picture proofs in PE, and their picture proofs are due November the 4th. Okay? Friday we have a quiz. It is a small quiz. I think it's 50 points. It is going to be on the number line homework from last night. Okay, we did that. It's going to be on this. Okay, and then putting some numbers in order, which is just like a number line. So, yes. 50, I think. I think it's 50. Okay, so are we good so far? Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to hit stop.